It's time for another episode on the Yugioh anime, and it's the Dungeons Dice Monsters part that I don't know how to explain exactly that easy. Now, I would explain the Dungeon Dice Monsters part if I actually came back and watched that part multiple times, but I haven't really, so instead of like going word per word because it's in like a regular duel, we're just gonna be going over like the most important parts of all the episodes, so let's get into it. So there we start off because Yugi's grandpa said there's another game shop, because apparently Karma Games is literally the only ever GameStop ever in Domino City, because we don't see any other ones anywhere. Okay, here comes another character that'll be in Yugi's friend group, Duke Devlin, who made Dungeon Dice Monsters, which is just a dice version of Duel Monsters, but we'll get on to how that isn't really the most creative idea in the next, couple minutes or so, maybe. Who knows? Don't worry. Luckily, Joey has so much spirit because his sister is getting that eye operation, so Joey's in pretty good spirits right now. You gotta love how Joey has his really amazing speech, which is actually pretty good, and then Tristan and Taya ruin it because these people are supposed to be Joey's friends. Guys, aren't you guys supposed to be way more supportive of him? Oh yes, I guess Joey or Duke challenges each other to a duel. And instead of using their own base decks, like Joey using his Duelist Kingdom deck, they have to make a deck from scratch from these random packs. And of course, Joey's a bit overconfident for coming in second, or thinking he can beat someone who hasn't really played the game, I guess. Oh boy, these cheerleaders are gonna get pretty annoying soon in these 4 episodes, don't worry. They're gonna be rating Joey for no reason because they are just so goddamn annoying, and one of them looks like a really short boy. I'm sorry, I don't know what has to happen to half these designs. Of course, I did say I wouldn't really be covering the Dungeon Dice Monsters part so good. I didn't say anything about not covering this duel, because I will be doing that. So Joey summons his one monster. For every monster that he controls, it becomes part of his armor, giving him attack points, which sounds a little bit broken, honestly, if you think about it. And before that, Duke summoned out, T-34 tank, which you think it would be called that, it would be an actual T-34, but no, it's this. Wow. Yes, there's a card called Dark Bat. There's even a card just called Bat. Man, there's some cards that are just based off actual animals, and that's so creative. So, Joey summons Goblin Attack Force on his Spiked monster, and it has pretty strong attack points. The only negative is that it switches the defense mode after a battle. It has with another monster. Kind of weird to see someone who Joey wants to be at 50 life points, but then have Joey not win. It's very weird. Very weird. And then he uses his monster that powers up because of equipping other monsters to it, and Joey loses the duel. Unfortunately, oh boy. And the way he gets punished for losing it is kind of sad, actually. Joey has to put on a dog suit and listen to Duke's orders. How any of this is actually allowed here is actually beyond me. Oh, Yugi, for Joey's freedom, now challenges Duke to a game of Dungeon Dice Monsters, which I ain't going to be covering that much because it's Dungeon Dice Monsters, so only covering the interesting points of each part of the duel. Yeah, see how they're so mean to Joey? What is your problem with him? He's doing nothing! And they're just doing this to him. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they have a number of, crest movements or something, and in order to win the duel, you have to take out all 3 of the opponent's heart pieces, which is kind of like life points. So, like I said, see? Yeah, see, look, some of the Dungeon Dice Monsters are just duel monsters. It's like another form of just playing duel monsters, but with dice. So nothing that different. But yeah, right now it ain't looking too good for Yugi considering what Duke has on the field. How will Yugi get out of this? Yeah, that was Dungeon Dice Monsters so far. The duel part was interesting to see Joey go up against Duke but somehow lose. But the Dice Monsters part, we'll go over that later when we actually get to it. I'll see you next time for the next episode on Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Peace!